What's up, YouTube? I'm going to do a quick little catfish bait recipe video for you, and I want to start off by saying I am not the first channel to do this, and I won't be the last channel, but there's thousands and thousands of videos out there on how to make this. There's no wrong way to make it, so don't think you're doing it wrong. Matter of fact, like, it doesn't matter what you use as catfish bait. If the fish just ain't there, they're not going to bite it. But this is a cheap, effective catfish bait for a lot of places. And, you know, if you don't want to have to go deal with catching bluegill or shad or whatever, you can just go to the grocery store, get 3 ingredients. Heck, you really only need one of them. And that is Kool-Aid chicken catfish bait. Let's get to making it. Alright, you can see that I'm working with a very sanitary, just cardboard piece here that's been in my shed for multiple years. You know, all kinds of bugs and crap like that gets on it. Anyway, you'll want some gallon-sized bags. I just happened to find these on clearance earlier. And you can cut these chunks of chicken up however big you want. I like to do them kind of medium-ish sized. And I also picked up a super cheap little paring knife for it. Not that I needed it, because I've got like a billion knives laying around that I'm not using. Anyway, just boneless, skinless chicken breast. You can use chicken thighs, whatever part of the chicken you want, does not matter. Like, I have had very, very good luck just using raw chicken as it is. Especially when you're drifting down the river in, you know, pretty shallow water, you can catch a ton of channel catfish. And if you want to use bigger pieces, I have used like 2/3 or about a half of a chicken breast and caught, well, I haven't caught, but I've seen it caught, up to 50-pound catfish just drifting like this. Anyway, second ingredient, strawberry Kool-Aid. Third ingredient, I'll show once we get them cut up. It's something I didn't really think about because I've made this before, and I was like, you know what, that makes sense, because I was watching some videos on it. Anyway, make sure you wash your hands really, really good after you have handled this raw chicken. But we're going to take, you don't have to trim anything, you just leave whatever on there. We're going to take and make pieces about like that, you know, about golf ball size. Don't have to be perfect. Sometimes if you got a longer piece, it's a little bit skinny, you can just take and cut strips. I usually like to make them in about a 2-inch by 1-inch piece. Kind of like that. So we'll get this one here cut up. And of course, be careful when you're using a knife, especially with raw chicken. Now that one's a little bit longer, a thinner piece, which ain't necessarily a bad thing. You can just do like that, cut that up, and have a couple different size baits. Have like a little fillet there. Got one more. Let's see if we can get this one, boy, and get it cut up a little bit nicer. I'll leave a link down in the description to his channel, but he's a good buddy of mine. He's the one that really triggered the catfishing itch for me. And he is a guide with Scenic City Fishing Charters in Chattanooga, Tennessee. His name's Chat Cats Fishing here on YouTube. He's got a bunch of videos. I'll leave a link to his channel and a couple of the videos where they drifted with chicken breast. Anyway, there's that. Now, we are going to take the gallon Ziploc bag. You can get the kind that don't have a slider or the kind with a slider. I prefer the ones with a slider because they're a little bit more secure. So we're going to dump all that in there, in cubes. I know somebody's going to be like, why would you want to use chicken breast as bait? That's good eating. And it is good eating. I like me some chicken breast smoked on the grill, fried, however. But if you want a cheap, effective catfish bait, now again, I'm not going to say this will catch you fish, but it is a proven bait that does work. Like on your bigger pieces like that, I personally would use like a 4/0 or like a 6/0 or 4/0 Kale hook or like a 6/0 circle hook. You know, you don't have to use the big hooks with baits this size. Now, if you use like a half a breast or, you know, bigger pieces like that, yeah, I'd go up to like a 8 or maybe even a 10/0. I don't mess with that little chunk. Next, the Kool-Aid. There's no set amount of it that you have to use. You can use as much as you want. If I can get this lid off without throwing Kool-Aid everywhere. I'm not going to use the measuring cup. Ooh, that smells good. This is the cherry. You can use strawberry, raspberry, grape is another one that is pretty popular. Now, liberally use the Kool-Aid. Like I said, there's no wrong way to make it. No wrong amount. Actually, I would say there is a amount that you should use, and that's as much as possible. You don't have to use the whole container by any stretch of the imagination. But the more, the merrier. I'm going to pour some more in there. And that's pretty much it. You can just use them as is. You can use them right now. You can let them sit overnight and marinate. However you want to do it. Next ingredient. A lot of people will use garlic powder for this right here, just to add that extra garlic scent. But the thing with garlic powder is it doesn't stick too well to the chicken. Like, yeah, this is Kool-Aid powder, but garlic powder, it doesn't soak into the meat as well. So what we're going to do, you can use like a clove of garlic and just chop it up real coarsely, or you can get this minced up garlic. All those little oils and stuff like that in there are going to put out a lot more scent, and it's going to marinate into the chicken a lot better. And plus those oils and stuff like that in there, it's going to soak into it. Catfish like oily baits, you know, shad, skipjack, carp, stuff like that. That garlic oil on top of the minced garlic itself is just going to marinate and put much, much, much more flavor and scent into the bait. So, I accidentally busted a glass jar case of these. This is the plastic ones. At work one morning, and let me tell you, oh wow, that hit you like a ton of bricks. That was not a pleasant scent. It was a nasty one. The whole receiving area at work was mad at me that morning. Anyway, just take and dump however much in there. Wow, that's got some really strong garlic scent. Whew. That'll clear your sinuses out. Let that sit overnight and probably use that tomorrow in a separate video. Also, while I'm thinking about it, yeah, just also while I'm thinking about it, the reason the reddish colored baits, or not baits, but like Kool-Aid, Jellos, stuff like that. I mean, Kool-Aid and Jello, doesn't matter which one you use. Your brighter colors like oranges, reds, stuff like that, obviously it looks like blood. It just kind of stands out to the fish more in the water. So that's the reason why cherry, strawberry, raspberry, even orange kind of sticks out more. It's a more popular color and flavor and scent for a lot of catfishermen. So, I mean, you can experiment with whatever flavor works for you. Grape, like I said, is another one that works really well. So, anyway, hope this kind of helps you out for a quick bait. Like, if you don't want to go out and catch shad, bluegill, whatever, just get you some chicken, chop it up, throw it in the Ziploc bag with some Kool-Aid, and have at it. Anyway, hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Until next time, we'll see you in the next adventure.